skating test. What's the word that Todd Richards throws at you?
Oh, we have a skating test as well, I'm sure, coming up. We never know when it's coming either. That's the worst part. So that's the dreaded one, I think, for everybody. But I think, just first day nerves and jitters, and no matter how old you are or young, it's always an exciting time. And the guys look great, though. I was watching a lot of young kids coming in, and they look like they're in awesome shape. And then even the returning guys, I mean, the guys really worked hard this summer, you could tell. So it's going to make for a great camp.
Do you think that'll translate into a better start than you've had the last 2 years?
I think so. I think it will, because I also think that we've now been together for a couple of years, the returning guys, and we're a little bit more comfortable with ourselves and the way we need to play. And then, having been with Todd now for a while in the coaching staff, and there's an understanding in that room. So, it's going to make for, I think, a good start, an exciting start. And, I'm also excited to see some of these younger guys and how they, handle the chances they're going to be given, and pushing the team.
Nick, sometimes in sports, hockey as well, you hear the term, they've got talent, but they just don't know how to win yet. Is there any truth to that? Do you have to learn how to win?
I think so. I think it's so hard to do, and that's why, you see a different Stanley Cup champion in a lot of years. It's a certain recipe. It's hard work, it's dedication, it's talent, it's willpower, and I think we're starting to figure that out. I think we talk about how great of a season last year was, but it's not really where we wanted to be. So we didn't have the experience that maybe Pittsburgh had, even though we probably outplayed them a lot of that series. They had that experience, they had that kind of winning mentality to fall back on, and probably allowed them to win that series. And I think now we've learned what it takes, and it's still going to be a learning process, and it's going to make sure that us older guys are still following through on that. But I think that's the hardest part is learning how to win. But the only way to do it is by playing games and winning games, and I think we're starting to build that culture here.
Is it more beneficial for you guys to have a mindset, the stereotypical, it's October, let's start all over, April's a long way away, or is it also useful that we're continuing our best season in franchise history? That wasn't so long ago. We're just picking up right where we left off.
Yeah, I think what's great is that we kind of learned from last year. I think we can take a little bit away from that. We had such a great finish, but obviously didn't make the playoffs the year before. And I think we kind of had that mentality going into the season, and I don't think it helped us very much. I think we kind of thought we'd pick up right where we left off, and when it didn't happen, we got down on ourselves. So I think that was a learning experience, and that's how you get better in this league, as I mentioned. And I think we're going to use that to help us this year. I think we understand that last year's in the past, but there's a lot of good things that we did, and the good feelings we had going into those games. And if we can find that and kind of harness that and make sure that even if it doesn't go our way, we have some stuff to fall back on, it's going to allow us to, I think, have success earlier on in the season.
Is there motivation? You talked about how closely you played Pittsburgh in the playoffs and just how tight the division was last year, and it really doesn't look to be any less tight this year. Is there extra motivation that you guys can maybe get one of those home playoff spots in the first round?
For sure. That's what we're looking for. It's baby steps. And last year we made the playoffs. Now it's trying to better your position in the playoffs and go further and win a Stanley Cup. And it's going to take. You're not going to make a giant leap in this league. We've already come a long way, but now it's going to be the attention to detail that's going to allow us to make the further steps. And I think every guy is excited about that, and it's going to be a big commitment from every guy. And but I agree. I think it's going to be a tight race, and it's going to be a matter of what we're doing better than everybody else, and then fine-tuning it, and it's going to allow us to be a top team in our division and hopefully in the playoffs.
Nick, that overtime winner, it's become a seminal moment in Blue Jackets history already. Did you hear a lot about it over the summer from friends in the league and others?
Yeah, you know what, it was really nice. You go home and people you didn't even know, they said, oh, we were so excited for you and the team when you in the game 4, and we really thought you guys had them. And to hear those kind of comments from people that you never really thought would even follow, especially where I go home in the summers is Sudbury, Ontario, which isn't very close to here, and people are becoming huge Columbus Blue Jacket fans. So it was really, really gratifying to hear that, and it says a lot about our team. It says that people care about what we're doing, because I think that the way we're built and the type of guys we have in the locker room, it's people can relate to. We're a bunch of hardworking guys. Not like we've said, we have really good players, but not one complete superstar. And I think we really play well together. I think that's what's fun. I think people watch us, and on any given night, it's another player stepping up to score a big goal or make a big play, and I think people can relate to that. So it's been a lot of fun. We got to continue it, and we're having a lot of fun. fun playing, that's for sure.
How do you handle not having Ryan here at the start of training camp?
It's tough. It's tough. I mean, he's obviously a big part of this team and had such a big role in our team last year, and and is a big point producer and a big time player for us. But it's the business part of the game, and it's unfortunate that it sometimes comes down to this. But I'm fully confident something will get worked out and he'll be back, and we're looking forward to having him back.
How about as a player that Ryan's not here? Scott Hartnell is new. Nathan Horton is actually having his first camp here that he's healthy for. There's going to be, just for you as a player, there's going to be a lot of juggling and adjustments that the line combinations may not be the same that you would expect for a team that made the playoffs last year. You might have to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and I think that's great. It gives other guys opportunities. I mean, there's guys who play. I know myself. I play all certain positions in centerman, and there's guys that can jump in and take over that role if need be. So it's just going to be kind of where you slot in, and it's part of being a professional. You got to find a way to make your team work, and guys are going to step up in roles that maybe they're not used to or haven't had to do before, and it's going to allow. It's going to show what kind of depth we have on our team too. I mean, Ryan's a big part, but there's a lot of young guys that are coming in. They're going to be pushing for spots, and it's the longer he sits out, the more those guys can continue to play and get an opportunity. So it's one of those things that you go through in camps, and I'm sure everything will figure itself out.
I think 18 goals was a career high for you.
Yeah.
Last year, you've been in this league for a while now. Do you still feel like there's a ceiling there that you haven't quite hit personally?
Absolutely, yeah. No, I definitely do, and I think talking to the coaches at the end of the year and management and looking at my game, and I feel like I can continue to build on that, and it's something that I want to do. And probably the injuries didn't help last year. I think I had a decent season considering, and but if you can stay healthy and find a role and continue to play the way I felt I was last year, I'm hoping I can help the team in that regard. So it's not all about goals, but it definitely helps, and being an impact player in the team and trying to help the team offensively as well as defensively. But I'm just looking to contribute and continue to do what I was doing last year and just pick up right where I left off.
You still gonna hug Bob after games?
I might even try kissing him this year. I'm not sure if he keeps playing the way he's playing. Yeah, he loves it.
And your health is good?
Yeah, I feel great. You know what? It was a great summer. I feel like I've gotten a lot stronger, and it's funny, even as you get older, you can still find things to improve on, and it's kind of scary to think I'm an older guy on this team at 27, turning 27 this year, but it's been fun. I'm really looking forward to another great year here, and I'm excited of what's ahead.
Make a habit of calling some shots on some game balls. Is that kind of a one-time deal?
I don't know, man. I don't want to jinx it, so we'll see. If I'm feeling it, I'll pick my spots for sure. Hopefully it's a Stanley Cup Finals game.
That would be.
Yeah.